Good afternoon, race fans, and welcome to the Wild West Racing League, sponsored by the Wild Outlaw Custom Diecast Gen 4 Series and Redline Radio Podcast. Today's racing, like I said, is sponsored by the Wild Outlaw Custom Diecast. If you have an idea for a custom diecast, contact the Wild Outlaw Custom Diecast. You can find them on Discord. Today's race is race number 10 of the season. We're at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for 60 laps of racing. We should have a great day here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The track length is 2.5 miles long. Temperature on the track surface is 92 degrees. In the stands, it's 75 degrees with 58% relative humidity, cloudy skies, and 5-mile-an-hour winds. Today's broadcast is brought to you by FBN. I'm Barry Stevens. Let's see if we can bring in some of our drivers during practice and see if we can get them to talk to us. Let's bring in Scott Rush. Hey, Scott Rush. Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me.
Barry, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you doing? And more importantly, how is the car today?
Mediocre. This track's tricky for me. I have a problem with consistency. I'll get one good lap and then 5 bad laps. So it should be interesting tonight with the addition of the AI cars. I'm pretty excited about that. Give a little bit more practice racing in packs, but I don't expect anything better than maybe a top 10 tonight.
Well, now you've had the week to practice and get your car ready for today. Do you have a certain strategy to get yourself up into the top 10 and maybe vie for a podium?
I think it's kind of the same as previous weeks in this car. The Gen 4 is a tricky car for me. It's fun. It's one of the funnest cars to drive, but it's just a little bit tricky. So if I can stay consistent and not worry about burning hot laps in the first 10 or so, I think I got a good shot in getting on that podium.
Okay. Well, we appreciate your time in the broadcast booth, Scott. I'll move you back up
Thanks,
to
Barry.
the driver's meeting. Thank you. Scott Rush in the
Yes,
04 Chevrolet. All right, let's bring in Trey Smith for a moment. See how he's doing.
I'm gonna bust his ass.
Hey,
Thanks,
Trey Smith, Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me.
Yes, sir. I got you, brother.
How are you doing here today during this practice session, and how's the car?
I'm doing good. Feels good to be home, my home track. I'm pretty excited to see what this number 1 Chevy Monte Carlo can do. Brand new chassis, brand new motor. So we're gonna see what we can do with it. Car felt pretty decent in practice, a little tight, but we're able to kind of adjust and kind of see what we can do. And I figured out a couple things I could change. So we're gonna do our best and hopefully pull off a win or at least a top 3 here at my home track. It's gonna be fun.
Well, let me ask you, Trey, with that in mind, what is your strategy for today to get yourself into a position of reaching that podium?
I've been very hungry for this Gen 4 win. We won in Next Gen, we won in Trucks, Xfinity. This is the one that's haunted me. So we're gonna go out there and do what we do every week, drive our ass off, and hopefully be there at the end and burn it down.
Okay. Trey Smith in the number 1 car, thank you so much for taking the time out to speak with us up in the broadcast booth.
Yes, sir, Barry. Thank you for everything you do. Appreciate you. Hopefully we can be talking to you at the end.
Thank you. Trey Smith, number 1. All right. So we are about done with practice, and we will be going to qualifying now. Qualifying will be 2 laps after your outlap. Your outlap is when you pull out of pit road and you work your way around, and then through 3, 4, and um, to the start finish line. So as soon as we see any of the drivers, we see Trey Smith. Trey Smith is coming out. Let's look from the inside of Trey Smith's cockpit. You're seeing what Trey Smith is seeing. Through third gear and up into fourth. Coming up to turn 3. Remember, this is his outlap as he comes up to speed, warms the tires up. Little loose. Coming through 4. And this long straightaway. And this will be for qualifying time. Into 1. Nice and low. Let the car ride up by the wall. Doing good. Let's look at Hunter Sr. Hunter Sr. was very fast in practice today. He's fast every week. So he comes down for his first lap. We have a throwback Tuesday race here for you today with lots of drivers that you may not have heard from or seen in quite a while. With 31 in the field, we do have a full field. Right now, Rusty Wallace is at the top of the leaderboard with a 52.29. You're watching Hunter Sr. It's a 2.5 mile long track. So he's coming around for his second lap. Right now, after his first lap, he is in 23rd position. Let's see if he can improve upon that 23rd as he comes through turn 3 and 4 and back on to the front stretch. And he will stay in 23rd position. Let's see if we can get Hunter Sr. and bring him into the broadcast booth. Hey, Hunter Sr., Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me.
Yes, sir.
Just watched that qualifying run, and it looks like you've got some stiff competition with these old timers, all who are in this race tonight or today. Best you could do is a 23rd, and you are normally one of the fastest in the field.
Yeah, qualifying is never really. I'm not really good at pushing these cars or getting the most out of them. Like I said, I think it was this last week at Darlington. No matter what, it's engraved in my mind that I'm saving tires and going slow. So we'll just see how it goes and see how it turns out.
Well, with these cars, the one thing that is true is going a little bit slower and saving rubber definitely, actually, in the long run, makes for a faster car.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a specific strategy for today with these old timers on the track all around you?
Um, Pretty much the goal is just try to get to the front, get out of the back as fast as possible. I know there's gonna be a lot of chaos and a lot of aggression back there, so just try to get to the front as fast as possible and stay clean.
Okay, well, we are getting ready to race, so I'm going to move you back up to the meeting and let you get ready from there.
Sure. Hopefully, look forward to talking to you at the end of the race.
Thank you. Hunter Sr. and number 20. All right. We are now moved up as the field is lined up. We have a full field of 30 drivers here today. Some sharp looking cars we haven't seen in a while. Our first row will be Kevin Harvick with Jeff Gordon. Our second row is Jack Sprague with Bobby Labonte. Row 3 is Dale Earnhardt Jr. with Jerry Nadeau. Then Jimmy Johnson and Rusty Wallace. And row 5 is Dave Blaney with Johnny Benson. We should be getting ready to go. Not sure why the pace car is still sitting. There we go. Kevin Harvick is up front and will lead us to the beginning of our race. We've got 60 laps to do here today at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You're watching the Wild West Racing League, sponsored by the Wild Outlaw Custom Diecast Gen 4 series, brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting. I'm Barry Stevens. So for every time we have a caution today, we will be going around at least a minimum of 2 laps, so that'll be 5 miles. So cautions take a long time coming around. So the drivers in the back, Dakota Henderson in 23rd, Trey Smith, Scott Rush, Tanner Ensign, Hunter Sr., Bryton Coleman, Michael Loveless, Brandon McKee. These drivers are going to have to work their way through this entire field of seasoned drivers. We're getting ready to go racing, and we're off. Kevin Harvick on the bottom. On the outside, Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon moves into third. Jack Sprague moves up into second. We're under caution already. Dale Earnhardt Sr. has crashed. Let's see what happened to Dale. Out into the outside wall. All right. So Kevin Harvick will bring him back around, catch the pace car. Jack Sprague is second. Jeff Gordon is third. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is fourth. Fifth is Bobby Labonte. Sixth is Jerry Nadeau. Seventh is Jimmy Johnson. Eighth is Rusty Wallace. Ninth is Johnny Benson. And 10th is Dave Blaney. 11th is Cole Trickle. 12th is Tony Stewart. 13th is Mike Skinner. Ricky Bobby's in 14th. 15th is Jamie McMurray. 16th is Joe Nemechek. 17th is Ricky Craven. 18th is Casey Mears. Jimmy Spencer is 19th. 20th is Terry Labonte. 21st is Bill Elliott, followed by Tanner Ensign in 22nd. 23rd is Hunter Sr. 24th, Dakota Henderson. 25th is Trey Smith. Then Scott Rush in 26th. Dale Earnhardt Sr. in 27th. Michael Loveless is in 28th. Bryton Coleman 29th. Brandon McKee 30th. Caution lights are still on. We'll be doing at least 2 more laps under caution. We are on lap 3 of 60. Michael Loveless should get the wave around. He's in the 68 machine at the front of the pack, right in front of the 29 of Kevin Harvick. That 68 machine of Michael Loveless will probably get the wave around as they come to the start-finish line. As they are now on the front stretch. Yes, Michael Loveless got his lap back, and he will come around to the back. We'll be going green next time by, as the cars are now lined up side by side and the lights are out on the pace car. Kevin Harvick's first, Jack Sprague is second, Jeff Gordon is third, Dale Earnhardt Jr. is fourth, and fifth is Bobby Labonte. back a little bit farther in the field, we see Tanner Ensign in the 44 machine. Scott Rush, Brighton Coleman, Hunter Sr., Trey Smith, all in the back here. Back up towards the front, we see Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick will lead him to lap 5. Pace car will pull off here, and we're going to go racing. And we're going. Once again, Kevin Harvick up front. Jeff Gordon with Jack Sprague running for second. Kevin Harvick gets out front. Second is Jack Sprague. Jack Sprague moves, tries to get to the inside of Kevin Harvick. And he will get to the inside of Kevin Harvick as they come through the turn. Side by side, the 0 and the 29. Tanner Ensign has moved up into 20th position. We see Hunter Sr. in the 20 Home Depot machine. Hunter Sr. is running 23rd. Back up front, we have Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick has a gap lead of 1.5 seconds over Jeff Gordon. Let's look back again. We see Trey Smith in the number 1 Chevrolet. Trey Smith is in 24th. Right in front of him is Tanner Ensign. Bill Elliott in the 9 is right in front of the 44. It seems to be causing him to not be able to move up through the pack. Kevin Harvick has a gap of 1.8 seconds over Jeff Gordon in second place. Then there's a gap from there to third of another second. We are under caution. Did not see what happened there. Missed it. So the field bunches up again as they are slowing down to collect the pace car. Pace car is at a 2 on the backstretch. Lap number 9 of 60. Kevin Harvick is our leader. Jeff Gordon is second. Jack Sprague is third. Jerry Nadeau is fourth. And fifth is Bobby Labonte. Towards the end of the field is 22nd is Trey Smith. Tanner Ensign is 23rd. Scott Rush is 25th. Dakota Henderson is 26th. Bryton Coleman is 27th. Brandon McKee is 30th. Got a lot of cars coming into pits. So we see cars coming out of pit road now. Trey Smith did not pit. 44 of Tanner Ensign did not pit. They will be your front row. Trey Smith, Tanner Ensign. Row 2 will be Cole Trickle with Michael Loveless. Row 3 is Kevin Harvick and Jeff Gordon. Then Mike Skinner with Jack Sprague. And row 5 is Jerry Nadeau with Jimmy Johnson. Trey Smith in that Bass Pro Shops #1, Good Rent Chevrolet. He is getting credit for a lap led. We're on lap 10, coming up to lap 11. One to go. Get ready to go racing with Trey Smith and Tanner Ensign in the front row. Two of your week-to-week favorites are out front. They have anything for these old-timers. Cole Trickle, Jeff Gordon, Kevin Harvick all lined up behind them. Jack Sprague, Mike Skinner, Jimmy Johnson, Jerry Nadeau. Wild Outlaw Custom Diecast number 44 machine of Tanner Ensign. Pace car is getting ready to go off the racing surface. We're getting ready to go racing. On lap 12, Trey Smith will lead them to the line. And we're racing. Trey Smith on the bottom. On the outside is Tanner Ensign, who now moves to the bottom. Down below, Trey Smith. Trey Smith jumps out and has a real good lead over second place Tanner Ensign. Gap is 0.4 of a second. Michael Lovelace is in third. Michael Lovelace is having a great race today also. All three of these guys did not come in for fresh rubber or fuel. Looks like the rest of the field did. Trey Smith. Michael Lovelace, second. Third is Tanner Ensign. You're looking inside Tanner Ensign as he's looking up front at Michael Lovelace in second place. See, the car is pretty smooth on that front stretch. Gets a little loose coming through one. Looks good at it too. Gets a little wiggly there. See the 51 of Cole Trickle right on the tail of the 44 of Tanner Ensign. Moving to the bottom. That's for third position. And the 44 goes way wide, allowing Hunter Sr. to pass, Cole Trickle to pass. Cole Trickle is now in third place in the 51 machine. Michael Lovelace in second. Trey Smith in first. The gap between first and second has decreased. It's now 0.8 of a second. Gap is now down to 0.5 of a second, and Michael Lovelace is in the draft of the one car. We are on lap 16. Coming up on lap 17. Gap is down to a half a second between Trey Smith and Michael Loveless. Hunter Sr. is in third. Cole Trickle is in fourth. Fifth is Tanner Ensign, with Jeff Gordon right behind him. Gap has decreased once again. We are 0.4 of a second from Trey Smith to Michael Loveless. Having some good racing up here in the front. Let's look at the back of the field. We see Brandon McKee is out. Dakota Henderson is showing that he is out also. Gap is down to less than 0.3 of a second between Trey Smith and Michael Loveless. Hunter Sr. is staying in the picture in third place. We talked to Trey Smith earlier in the broadcast before the race during practice hour, and we know how badly he wants a victory in these Gen 4 Series race cars. He's out front, but Michael Loveless is right there in second place. We see Hunter Sr. in third place. Hunter Sr. is back quite a bit, about 1.5 seconds or so. So you got to wonder, are they doing any racing up front, or are they just throwing in laps? Because there's no real reason to get racy at this point. We're only on lap 21 of 60 total to go, so 39 laps to go. And these laps are long laps, 2.5 miles. We see Trey Smith got a little bit, we're under caution. Did not get to see what happened there. Once again, we missed it. This was up front, so there was no caution here. Caution was somewhere in the back. We did not get to see that. Now, I expect Trey Smith and Michael Loveless, Hunter Sr., all three of them, Tanner Ensign back in 5th. I expect all of them to come in for fresh Goodyears and some Sunoco Racing fuel. We'll see what they do. And we can see our leaders all coming down. And that brings down the entire field. We see our leader, some of them, as there we go. Cars are starting to come out. 24 moves out in front of the 4. 29 gets out of his pit stall. There's the 0 and the 8 of Dale Jr. So, look at this. Coming out of the pits, Trey Smith will retain P1. Hunter Sr. P2. Cole Trickle's 3. Jeff Gordon is in 4th. And Mike Skinner is in 5th. Michael Loveless came out 9th. Scott Rush, came out 9th. Michael Loveless is in 13th. Tanner Ensign is showing out. Hunter Sr. is in 2nd place. He is fast every week. That has got to put a frown on the 1 of Trey Smith, who will be leading us to the line for lap 25. Having Hunter Sr. in 2nd place is going to make Trey Smith probably push his race car a little bit harder than he wants to. We're going to have to see. Trey Smith is a master at being smooth. And with these Gen 4 series, Wild Outlaw Custom Diecast Gen 4 series cars, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Lights are out on the pace car. We are getting ready to go racing. We're lined up side by side. Trey Smith and Hunter Sr. in the front row. Cole Trickle with Jeff Gordon in the second row, and your third row is Mike Skinner and Jerry Nadeau. Kevin Harvick, Jimmy Johnson, Scott Rush, and Tony Stewart are your top 10. And Trey Smith takes him off the start line and gets a great jump. Hunter Sr. on the outside with Cole Trickle on the bottom. Hunter Sr. gets a really good run on the outside and moves up into second position. So now we've got a group of thoroughbreds up here in the front, Trey Smith and Hunter Sr. Trey Smith's been fast in practice. He was fast in this race. So we expect him to stay towards the front. Like I said, we talked to him earlier in the broadcast. We know how badly he wants this victory. This is his home track. We see Hunter Sr. kind of blinking there. Hopefully his Wi-Fi reception is solid. Well, these guys all want to beat each other. They don't want to beat each other by technical difficulties. Coming around for lap 27. So the gap between Trey Smith and Hunter Sr. is just over 0.4 of a second. Trey Smith is definitely fast. He knows this track, being his home track. He has really moved that gap out over Hunter Sr. That gap is now over 0.7 of a second. Scott Rush is back here in 8th place in that U.S. Army 04 machine. Tanner Ensign, your 12th place car, fighting Jimmy Johnson for 11th. Michael Loveless, in this gaggle back here, finds himself in 60th place behind Tony Stewart. Trey Smith coming up to the halfway mark. Hunter Sr. behind him. Full 1.3 second gap. So we're on lap 30, which means we are halfway. Mike Skinner racing with Jeff Gordon. That's for 4th and 5th place. There's the U.S. Army 01 of Jerry Nadeau. Scott Rush, his U.S. Army 04. With Bobby Labonte right on his coattails. Tanner Ensign in the 44 machine is in 10th place. Michael Lovelace in the green and white Chevrolet is in 13th, as he just passed Jamie McMurray. Back up front, it's Trey Smith, followed by Hunter Sr., Cole Trickle, Jeff Gordon, and Mike Skinner. Gap is over a second, 1.2. Hunter Sr., who's normally so very dominant, doesn't seem to have anything for Trey Smith right now. As these laps wind through, we'll see if the difference in driving style helps Hunter Sr. or if Trey Smith remains out front. At 1.4 seconds of a gap, we see Jeff Gordon coming down into the pits, as well as Jamie McMurray as well. So Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson are both in pits. That's what happens when you run a little too hard and you wear off that right front tire. You end up having to come down and getting fresh rubber. Take you right out of the race. Gap has decreased. Hunter Sr. is 7/10 of a second behind Trey Smith. So is Trey Smith pushing too hard earlier, or is he just holding back now, realizing that he does not need to run over second out front? I'm not sure 2 seconds is far enough out front when you have Hunter Sr. right behind you. 0.6 of a second. They invited all of these other drivers here today to kind of help the field out, bring more excitement to the driving. And we have out front some of our fastest normal league drivers running. So with Trey Smith and Hunter Sr., the gap remains a little bit over 0.7 of a second. Definitely a long race here today. Time-wise, might be one of our longest races of the season. The gap is still 0.7 of a second from Trey Smith to Hunter Sr. Tanner Ensign has moved up into 5th place in that 44 machine. He's looking at Mike Skinner in front of him. Mike Skinner is slow. Tanner Ensign moves to the bottom and will go around him through turn 1. The 4 fights back. Mike Skinner and Tanner cannot get it done. Finally, he does get it done, and the 4 loses ground to Tanner Ensign, and as well as the 68 of Michael Lovelace. Michael Lovelace comes through also, and Michael Lovelace will fight and take over position on the 44. Michael Lovelace moves into 4th. Tanner Ensign is in 5th. We see Trey Smith, who's now lapping cars. That's the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson is about to go a lap down and will go a lap down to Trey Smith. That's 7-time NASCAR Cup champion Jimmy Johnson. Trey Smith continues to lead Hunter Sr., and they are coming up through turn 3 and 4. And on the front stretch will take us to lap 40 of 60. Tanner Ensign has passed Cole Trickle, and Tanner Ensign is now in 4th place. In front of Tanner Ensign is Michael Lovelace in 3rd place. Trey Smith has come into the pits. He was our leader. Hunter Sr. is still on the racetrack and will get credited with leading a lap here on lap 41. So we see Hunter Sr., Michael Loveless coming into the pits. Our second place car. Hunter Sr. continues to run laps. Has a huge gap over second place, but he has not stopped yet. Hunter Sr. is at risk of losing a large amount of time if he doesn't come in, but he is coming in. So there's Hunter Sr. now. Coming in on lap 42. So we see Trey Smith, who's going to wrap around and come back to be our new leader. Scoring third position right now in the one car, but Hunter Sr. and Scott Rush are both in the pits. So we're going to see Trey Smith moves up into second. Hunter Sr. looks like, did Hunter Sr. get out in time to stay in front? He most certainly did. Does he have the speed, or is he going to get caught? We see him, he has just come out of the pits. In front of Trey Smith is Hunter Sr. Wow. What a tactical move. Not sure how Hunter Sr. did that. That was some great planning. He was the last one of the leaders, still on the racetrack. Came down after everybody else and still was able to pull out in front and maintain his lead. So Hunter Sr. coming up to lap 45 of 60 with 15 to go. Gap is 1.3 seconds over Trey Smith. Trey Smith needs to do something to stay in this. He's not going to be able to bring home a victory. Still has 15 laps or so to go. We see Hunter Sr. get a little loose. Coming off 4. Let's look back at Tanner Ensign. Tanner is in 6th place. And there's Michael Loveless. Michael Loveless is in 13th. Go back up front to Hunter Sr. Was a gap of 1.4 seconds over second place of Trey Smith in the number 1 Chevrolet. 2 Monte Carlos leading the field. Jimmy Johnson coming back out off of pit road. So we see the gap Hunter Sr. has 1.7 seconds over second place Trey Smith. Hunter Sr., Trey Smith, Ricky Bobby, Cole Trickle, 5th place Tanner Ensign. Gap over Trey Smith from Hunter Sr. now is over 2 seconds. Oh, and Trey Smith really hits the wall hard. Ricky Bobby in the 26. There's the 48 of Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson is showing all the way back in 25th place. Oh, no. That was the 1 and the 48 getting into it. Gap is over 4 seconds now. Hunter Sr. to Trey Smith. Tanner Ensign in 5th place. He's in that Wild West Racing League Wild Outlaw Custom Diecast Gen 4 Series. Chevrolet. We thank you for watching Wild West Racing League on Tuesday nights, sponsored by the Wild Outlaw Custom Diecast Gen 4 Series. Also sponsored by Redline Radio Podcast. Redline Radio Podcast can be found during the week. Usually there's one posted each and every week on to Spotify. That's Redline Radio Podcast. Stay up on all the day-to-day racing news and iRacing as well. All this today is brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting Network. That's FBN. I'm Barry Stevens. One more time. We see here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, it's a 2.5 mile track. Track temperature now is 101 degrees. Outside temperature is 75 degrees. It's 58% relative humidity, cloudy skies, and 5-mile-an-hour winds. Wild West Racing League is a great league and a great place to watch racing on Sundays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. 9 to go. Hunter Sr. leads Ricky Bobby and Cole Trickle. See Ricky Bobby in that 26 Wonder Bread Chevrolet. He's not first, so he must be last. Trey Smith has come in to the pits and is now back out with 8 to go. We see Hunter Sr. will put him a lap down. The gap is over 10 seconds back to Ricky Bobby in second place. Cole Trickle is third. Mike Skinner is fourth. Michael Loveless is in fifth place. Right behind Michael Loveless is Tanner Ensign in sixth place in that 44 Chevrolet. Let's look back and see Scott Rush in the 04 U.S. Army car. Scott Rush is driving in 22nd position. With 7 to go, Trey Smith gets back around the 20 of Hunter Sr. to get his lap back, but he has still got 2.5 miles of real estate to get racy, and he just does not have the time with 7 laps left to go. Gap is over 14 seconds to Cole Trickle. Ricky Bobby has gone into the pits. Third now is Mike Skinner. Michael Loveless has moved up into third. Owes the 4. Hits the outside fence hard, but keeps it under him. We are not under caution. 68. Michael Loveless in third place now. Tanner Ensign right behind him in fourth. This is your closest battle. This is for third place. Oh my. Tanner Ensign almost lost that Monte Carlo. Lap 55, and almost was his last lap right there. That would have been a disappointing finish. So close to a third place finish. But he's got to get past Michael Loveless. And Michael Loveless right now holds that third place. There's Hunter Sr., your leader. Coming up on 4 to go. See Michael Loveless back in third place. And still behind him is Tanner Ensign. This is the battle on the racetrack. We know that 44 is pushing. We've seen him almost lose control of his car. He's doing everything he can to get out in front of that 68 of Michael Loveless. They're going to split the difference there with Cole Trickle. We're under caution. right. Lap 58 now. Hunter Sr. will lose that giant gap that he had. So he picks up the pace car. So we're going to have a 2-lap shootout to decide this, with Hunter Sr. first, Cole Trickle, Michael Lovelace is third, Tanner Ensign's fourth, Mike Skinner's fifth, 6th through 10th is Jerry Nadeau, Kevin Harvick, Bobby Labonte, Jamie McMurray, and Terry Labonte. 11th through 15th is Dave Blaney, Johnny Benson, Jimmy Spencer, Jack Sprague, and Bill Elliott. Scott Rush is in 19th, Trey Smith is in 20th. So we thought Hunter Sr. was going to walk away with this one. But with the caution that's come out, now it's anybody's race. We see a bunch of takers on pit road. So as some cars get the wave around, we see the 24 of Jeff Gordon. Hunter Sr. is your first place car. Mike Skinner is second. Jerry Nadeau is third. Bobby Labonte is fourth. Fifth is Jamie McMurray. So does Hunter Sr. have enough left? Does he have the fuel in that car? Does he have enough tires? Does he have enough speed? Lights are still on the pace car. Expecting them to go out this time by, and our cars will line up side by side. Lights did go out. Side by side. Getting ready to go racing. We have to do 2 laps. The first lap must be under green. Once we make it to the white flag, if there's a caution, the field will freeze and we have a race. But we have to make it to the white flag. So the first lap without the white flag. Everybody's got to stay clean. We have a really historical finish here. We've got so many great drivers out here on the track. And then we have some regular league guys here on the track. And who is leading them around? Hunter Sr. We're getting ready to go racing, folks. 2 more laps at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Let's go racing. Hunter Sr. leading them on. Gets a good jump. Gets a great line, the one he wants, and he is out front. Gets a good jump. The field spreads out behind him. We're under caution again. Dave Blaney. Let's see what happened to Dave Blaney. Outside wall. Let's see that again. So 42, he goes down really into the 42 and then back up trying to overcorrect. That's the 77. So Hunter Sr. is still out. You gotta wonder, does he have another 2 laps of gas, that racing fuel, in that Home Depot Monte Carlo? He's taking that low line because it burns less fuel. It's the shortest way around the track. So riding inside. With Hunter Sr. Under caution. And so finally the pace car does come out. See if we can hear if he shuts off his race car or not. We can also look at his tachometer. There's Ricky Bobby getting the lap back. He's back on the lead lap in 22nd position. Hunter Sr., Mike Skinner, Jerry Nadeau are your top three. Lights are out. We'll be going green next time by. So, we see how the racing stewards are lining them up. Got Hunter Sr. on the bottom. Mike Skinner in the 4 car up top. 68 is in 3rd place. That's Michael Loveless. Well, now they're moving Michael Loveless back. We should be going racing this time by. And we are. 2 to go. Hunter Sr. will lead him to the line. And we're racing. Hunter Sr. gets a good run and has a great gap over Mike Skinner. Johnny Benson. Oh, we are crashed again. The 68 looks like the 44. Well, we're seeing the aftermath of it now. So Hunter Sr. is still on the racetrack. .32 of Ricky Craven was still on the racetrack sideways. He must need a tow from the tow truck. Hunter Sr. has got to be close to his fuel capacity and running out. Two laps of Green flag racing is all he needed, but now he's coming in. Scott Rush moves up into our lead position. Wow. Scott Rush, Terry Labonte, Kevin Harvick, Cole Trickle, Hunter Sr. is 5th. So Scott Rush is now getting credit for leading a lap. And we knew that Hunter Sr. probably had to come in for fuel sooner or later. He stretched that and stretched that. Had we gone green earlier, I think he would have definitely been our winner here tonight, or today. But right now, it's Scott Rush out front, and that beat up Monte Carlo. We're going to do at least another couple of laps as the lights remain on the pace car. So what can Hunter Sr. do from 5th place in 2 laps? He is fast. And if he took tires, he's going to be even faster. He's going to be faster than Scott Rush, Terry Labonte, and Kevin Harvick. See Trey Smith, 1 lap down. It's a heartbreaker for him. He really was doing well today, and really wanted this victory. You see that leader, Scott Rush, in front of his car is really beat up there. Lights are out. Finally, we will be going racing next time by. Hunter Sr. is in 5th. Michael Loveless is in 9th. Tanner Ensign is in 10th. We're going to do 2 laps to see who's going to be our winner here today. So let's see if Scott Rush can hold this lead. Looks like Jeff Gordon is trying to get under the skin of Hunter Sr. Not sure what's going on there. We're going racing though. Look at the jump that Hunter, oh! Hunter Sr. We missed it again. So we had Hunter Sr. get involved in that one, and it drops him to 8th position, 7th position. We see the front of his car is all tore up. His left front wheel is all cambered in. Frustrating finish to Hunter Sr. day. Scott Rush still out front. And look who's beside him is Tanner Ensign with Michael Loveless. So while we have an invitational for a lot of drivers here, our top 3 drivers are week to week grinding it out league guys. Scott Rush, Tanner Ensign, and Michael Loveless. And it looks like we're calling the race here with Scott Rush taking the victory, Tanner Ensign second, Michael Loveless third, Ricky Bobby fourth, Terry Labonte in 5th. So we will end this race under caution with 3 attempts to go green flag, white flag, checkered flag, and we did not make it. But we've got Michael Lovelace is 3rd place. Let's bring Michael Lovelace into the broadcast booth. Hey, Michael Lovelace, Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me.
Yeah, I got you loud and clear.
It's nice to see you finish in 3rd place on the podium. How'd you get there, and what did you have to do to get there?
Well, it was a pretty wild race. All the AI, of course, made it very entertaining and challenging. But I just ran the course and a pretty fast car. I was hoping for a long green run. It just didn't happen, and some of the plays worked out in my favor, like not taking tires in the first pit stop and saving a little bit of fuel. But it all came down to those green white checkers, anyways.
Yeah, it always does. And you guys had your share, all 3 of them here today, and finish under caution. Nobody likes to finish that way, but hey, a podium's a podium any way you can get it, right?
That's right. One of these days, I won't be the first one you interview.
There you go. Yeah, it'd be nice to be the last one, right?
That's right.
Before I let you go, do you have any shout-outs?
Yeah, of course. The Water Wheel Foundation, Meals on Wheels, Fearless Motorsports, Fearless Broadcasting. Appreciate all the work that you guys do.
Okay. Michael Lovelace, we appreciate your time in the broadcast booth. I'm going to move you back up so you can celebrate.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, let's bring up Tanner Ensign into the broadcast booth. Tanner Ensign, Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me.
How you doing tonight, Barry? How was that for a show?
That was a great run, and I tell you what, the only bad thing was finishing under green or caution checkered is not the way you guys want to do it, but it's a podium and it's 2nd place, and there's nothing to be sorry for on that. It was a long race, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm proud of my teammate over there, Scott. His car was beat up and battered, and he just had a strategy there at the end to get him to the front. I had 4 fresh tires. I was trying to drive back through the front, but we got as far as we did, and good run tonight. How was your thoughts on the field of AI drivers? Does that make it complicated for you, or get a lot of good racing in?
It doesn't really make it that complicated. It's you kind of keep track of where everybody's at, and you've got league drivers, and you've got a whole bunch of AI drivers all together. But it's really not that difficult. Mainly because I know everybody's name, and there's 8 or 9 actual real life drivers, so it's pretty easy to track everyone.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. I hope it was a show for everybody who watched. But yeah, we were fast tonight. Passed a lot of cars, and I thought we could have something there that last restart if they didn't all wipe out going into turn 1. I think I had the freshest tires, so I think I could have got two Scott, 2 Labonte, 2 everybody that was up there if we didn't have the wreck going into turn 1.
Well, also, before I ask you if you got any shout-outs, I'll let you know that don't forget it's going to be about a 2-hour delay before this shows up on the YouTube today.
It's all good, buddy. I appreciate everything you do.
Okay, well, before I let you go, you got any shout-outs then?
Yeah, YO Outlaw Custom Diecast, the boys at Enzyme Motorsports, everybody at Fearless Broadcasting, best broadcaster in the business, Barry Stevens, Redline Radio, Swaggy or Puffy Swag Shop, TNR Designs, everybody who has come together to help put this on every week. It's just a blast, and I'm glad that we got good partners helping us put this thing together.
It looks like Scott Rush may have left the building. In his place, before I let you go, do you have anything you'd like to say in his regard?
Well, in his regard, I'm not sure, but here, one sec, I'll get him back over here.
Is he still here?
I don't know, but I just messaged him, so I'll find him one way or another.
Yeah.
But in his regard, no, I'm just proud of him tonight. Every race we go into, he has the same strategy. Tells us all week in the Enzyme Motorsports chat that he's going to play it safe and ride it out and hope for the best. And tonight it worked out for him.
And he's back, so we'll be able to talk to him
See,
now.
yeah, I got him for you, Barry. You guys have fun.
All right. So look for the broadcast in about a couple hours.
Sounds good, buddy. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
You bet. Tanner Ensign in the 44 machine. All right, let's get Scott Rush. Scott Rush, Barry Stevens in the broadcast booth. You got me.
Hey, Barry, how are you, man?
I'm doing great. Probably not as good as you. A winner. How'd you do it? And it was a long race. So how'd you get all the way up to the front with that beat up race car?
Well, I got to be honest with you. Everybody in front of me ran out of gas. So it's a cheap win, but it's a win. I'll take it any day of the week. I was set up pretty nice, actually, towards the end of the race before that second to last caution. I had enough fuel to finish it. I probably would have got a top five. And then the couple cautions after that really threw me off, but everybody ran out of gas. So I did something right.
Absolutely. You cannot complain about other people running out of fuel. Sunoco racing fuel is there's only so much that goes in that tank, and
that's right. That's right. Well, I had an extra squeeze bottle in the back seat ready to go.
That's it. Maybe just a little bit of 1/4 inch extra tubing.
That's right.
Got you where
that's
you
right.
needed to be.
Got to thank the crew chief for that one.
Absolutely. And let me ask you a question. Did you have to make any changes in your strategy to get to the victory today?
I would just try to stay consistent. Like I told you at the beginning of the race, I just was trying to stay consistent, not burn my tires up, make good use of my pit stops, try not to take any damage. There was a lot of wrecks, a lot of damaged cars. I think there was a lot of luck tonight. I think that's obvious. So, but yeah, I just tried to stay consistent and make the best use of my pit stops.
Well, you did great. Before I let you go, do you have any shout outs?
Now, just shout out to my wife and kids, man. Love them all day, every day.
Okay. Scott, I'm going to let you go back up, celebrate in the driver's meeting area, but congratulations on your victory, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you, Barry.
You bet. Scott Rush in the 04 machine. Okay. So that'll do it here with Wild West Racing League, sponsored by the Wild Outlaw Custom Diecast Gen 4 Series and Redline Radio Podcast. Wild Outlaw Custom Diecast can take your idea and turn it into a custom diecast. Look for them on Discord. Redline Radio has a podcast they put out every week. Look for Redline Radio Podcast on Spotify. We know you have many choices of what to do with your Tuesday nights. We thank you that you took your evening and spent it with Wild West Racing League, sponsored by the Wild Outlaw Custom Diecast Gen 4 Series, and brought to you by Fearless Broadcasting Network. I'm Barry Stevens saying thanks for being here with us today, and we look forward to seeing you here at the same time next week. Good night.